didn't jump in at all. The shot glass was so tall.
Let's start. Garrett, that's my one.
Let me have a sip.
I forgot how to tell stand-up jokes, so we have to make vlogs.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to the new studio. It's actually the old studio, but it's modified a little bit. I've got this tapestry back here. If you're wondering why it's decorated like a 19-year-old college student's apartment, it's because my sister, who is in college, turned 21, and she didn't want these tapestries anymore. Figured I'd have some sort of a backdrop here. This is actually not my first attempt at making this video. I've been trying to make YouTube videos all week. I've tried and failed miserably. I just wanted to say right off the bat that I have a newfound respect for guys like PewDiePie, Cody Co, anyone who makes these type of YouTube videos where they sit down, they look at the camera, and they just talk. Respect. Because this is way harder than it looks. So I'm going to run you through the last 2 weeks because it has been kind of wild trying to put these things together. Way harder than I thought. So when I was over in Vermont, I set up a podcast studio and I went over there to record stuff a few times and just tried and failed miserably to get the podcast going. All right, welcome back to the Creature of Habit podcast with Joe Begley. What is going on? I was just fucking flipping through a bunch of intro music and decided not to... Okay, ready? Take it from the top right here. But I knew that I'd be spending a lot of time up here this winter, so what I decided to do is start this podcast over because I keep fucking up the audio. It is fucking cold outside. It's like 20 degrees. Unfortunately, God damn it. Learn to start a fucking podcast. So as you can see, I had that podcast studio looking like it was 1972 over there, which is exactly the way I like it. I had a tapestry going on. I had that phone. I had these skis. It was like exactly the perfect vibe that I wanted for up there. Unfortunately, between my technical difficulties, my inability to speak English on command, and everything else put together, I just could not get a video out up there. I tried to record a podcast. I am not kidding, like 10, 15, 20 times. Failed every time. I tried to put some videos together and it just didn't work because what I need, whether or not I want to admit it, is a desk like this. So I'm going to put that together up there. That's the next step. But until I can get that, I decided I needed to come back to Connecticut and just record some stuff here. So when I got back here, I decided this office was just looking a little bit too corporate, a little bit too run-of-the-mill, so I decided to try to turn it into a proper podcast studio. And I didn't start with this wall. I started with that one. Well, welcome to the new studio. As you can see, we are clearly in an office space. We've got all these tax reporter docs over here. They actually look pretty official, so I might move them over and keep them in set. But all I've got up right now is a Jimi Hendrix record. So I got to work at setting up that shelf to make it like the primary studio shooting location. It was going to look super cool. I had all these vinyl records that I was putting up on the wall. I put some gear up there and it looked beautiful. The set looked awesome, super cool, super unique, but unfortunately, in terms of functionality, it just was not there at all. When I would record, I would have to like reach over the desk to get it stuff. I didn't have everything at my hands the way I like it. So I had to bail on the idea. So now after all that effort, I finally have the studio set up the way I've wanted to have it set up. I feel like I can just make videos like crazy here. I feel like I can crank stuff out. And I'm sorry that I haven't been doing that. My bad. Because honestly, somebody asked me this the other day. Somebody was like, dude, you just blew up on YouTube and you're sitting there and not really doing anything with it. And that's hard to argue with. The only reason that that's been going on is because it's actually a pretty simple answer. I'm a stand-up comedian. Literally the only thing that I know how to do is walk on stage and tell jokes. When it comes to editing video, putting together a studio, getting all this set up, I am completely and objectively clueless. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is going to take some adjustment for me. But I got a little bit of inspiration the other day. I saw this video that Mr. Beast posted, okay? Because I've been trying to get into like the YouTube characters, figure out what's going on in this space because I don't really get it. But he posted this thing, and it was a video that he recorded 5 years ago on private and then uploaded it to public. And what the video was, basically all of his goals that he wanted to accomplish over the next 5 years. And I started thinking about the goals that I want to accomplish over the next 5 years. And I would love to have a big following on here. I would love to be a big comic. And the only way that I could prevent that from happening is to take what I've built on YouTube, what I've basically gotten as a starting bump, which almost no one gets, and just not make videos. I was handed a gift, and granted, I worked really hard on that stand-up, but not everybody has the stuff they post initially blow up. And the only way that I could blow this is to just not do anything, to just sit here and continue to do what I'm doing, which is not uploading YouTube videos, not paying any attention to my channel. So I'm going to give you guys some love. I'm going to make some content. I'm going to do it because at the beginning, I was a little pretentious, okay? I'm reading this book, and it's a book called The Fountainhead, and the main character is this guy Rourke, and Rourke is this purist. He's an architect, and he only wants to build what he wants to build. He wants to do what he wants to do, and any building that anybody wants him to do that's not his style, he won't do it. He won't compromise in any way. And for a while, I sort of felt like that dude. You know, I was like, okay, I am not a YouTuber. I'm a stand-up comic. I tell jokes on stage and that's it. I'll upload them to the internet, but that's all I'm going to do. And I've realized that I've been a tad bit pretentious. And what I really need to do is lean heavily into this channel, lean heavily into this idea, and build something else. Because frankly, stand-up isn't the only thing that's funny. It's not. There's plenty of things that are funny. I grew up on Jackass. I grew up on MTV. I grew up watching Borat. And frankly, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's do some sketches. Let's do some skits. Let's do some pranks. Let's make some YouTube videos. Let's react to stuff. I'm down. I'm here. And I'm fired up. And to everyone that's been watching me, sincerely, thank you so much. You've given me the opportunity. You haven't changed my life, but you've given me the opportunity to change my life. And I've decided I'm going to take it. So thank you so much. You guys rule.